Hey everyone, welcome back to part 2 of Draconian Fire Elementalist with Ultraviolet 4. In the first episode, we became a black Draconian. So in addition to being this sweet black color, we picked up the ability to breathe lightning, which shoots random bolts of lightning around us. Can't be aimed, as I understand it. We also get an increase to our air magic aptitude, a penalty to earth magic, which is not a big deal. And something I forgot to mention is that at experience level 14, Black Draconians get larger wings, so they get the ability to permanently fly. It's kind of like being a Tengu. We also picked up Vehement as our god. Vehement is one of the classic sort of mage gods. That along with Sivmuna, they're the two that both sort of focus on giving you new spells and restoring your mana in fights so you can keep blowing things up. We're going to work on getting our piety up just by killing things. That's all you have to do with Vehement. Nothing special. And because it was kind of dodgy, but we ended up killing Pikel. So I may as well finish exploring this floor before I go down. And I've been using my sling a lot, even though I have the ability to, cast spells at things. Let's see what this is. We've got Remove Curse, yeah. A Staff of Wizardry, that's very good. So now I've got even more things. Let's have a look at Sticky Flame. With Wizardry on, it gives us a 7% fail rate. And it's no longer yellow, which means we shouldn't have bad miscast chances. Alright, so I'm going to make the Wizardry W. And the Trident if I really need it, which I probably won't most of the time. I can just find it. So now I have the ability to sticky flame things. This guy is owning me. There we go. It was unlikely that he was going to kill me, but still. Sticky Flame. You'll see it when I use it, but you got to be in melee, and then you put a dot, so a damage over time spell on an enemy adjacent to you, and over the next few turns it will burn them. It's very strong. As long as you're not going to be one shot by whatever that thing is in melee, it allows you to hit them with the sticky flame and then just walk backwards away from them as they tick down and hopefully die. Let's read this ID. I don't think I have recharging, no. So I could ID this enslavement wand, but it's a good chance it's close to being empty. Our potions, we've got just Brilliance and Haste. If I do backslash and then what is it? The hyphen key or minus, it will show me the things that I haven't seen yet. So I haven't found Curing or Heal Wounds. Both potions I would like, so I'll keep IDing my potions. There's Curing. Very good. So now this worker ant has no chance of killing us. I mean, it didn't anyway, but all the same. This guy's got just an enchanted flail. Okay. So Crimson Imps are immune to fire, so there's no point even trying to hit him with fire. I can either use the Falchion of Holy Wrath because it's a demon, or the Whip of Electrocution. Either one should fairly easily kill it. There are two of them. This guy, I can use fire on though. Come on, guy. They blink around a lot. And they heal very quickly. Let's ID another scroll. Leg. Okay, that's good. Lignification lets you... gives you extra HP, a whole bunch of AC, and it gives you poison resistance. So especially against early packs of killer bees, it's a very good tech to have. I'm going to read this scroll. Fog. Okay. I'm not one for sitting on scrolls. I'd rather just accidentally waste a blinking scroll, etc., just to get them ID'd. Because if that happens to be, say, an acquirement scroll, could make my game a lot easier. So a Sky Beast. Fortunately for us, we have Aralek as a Black Draconian. What we can do though is we can cast Sticky Flame on it. It will do one of two things. It will hurt it over time, but it will also stop it from going invisible, which is what Sky Beasts do. So, oh, I forgot to put my, I forgot to put my wizardry on, but okay, it's at 14 now. We reached level 8, we got Agi. Getting, what's gonna call it? Intelligence would have been nicer. Okay, check out what this sword is. Yeah, okay. So, goodbye my last recharging scroll. Now I'm gonna want to wait again. Eustachio hasn't seen me. I'm not in a particular hurry to fight him, so I'm just gonna walk away. Maybe I should, yeah, not risk it. Javelins. I'm not gonna bother carrying them around. I'm not gonna throw them because if I really want something to do, I'll just shoot my sling. Okay. That's an enemy I don't want to fight at range quite like that, so I'm gonna hit him once and then step around the corner. And now that he's here, I'll Sticky Flame him. Oh, we failed. There we go. See how much damage it does. Okay. So Vehement offered us knowledge of shock. So if we do shift down and we look at our spell memorization, we've got this one up here in blue. The way that Vehement's spells work are that he gives you some time to learn this one, the one that's current, and then if you don't, the next one will replace it. So if there's a spell you want, you have a limited time, which is why it's good. Well, it's good whenever you're a mage, but particularly when you're Vehement, leveling up spellcasting is good because it allows you to memorize the spells that he offers you, rather than he just offers you something really good and then you realize you're frantically trying to level spellcasting and then he offers you something else and you lose it. It'll happen. It'll feel bad, but not if you train spellcasting, or at least the chances are lower. So do I want to learn shock? I'm thinking yes. Maybe. It gives me, so I've got a good air magic aptitude now, and I could use that on my A slot because it's a full screen spell. So I get the ability for 1 mana to hit things full screen. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just turn on a bit of air magic. Alright, and I'm going to put shock onto my A slot. So it means that I can use that macro that I set up last game to shock things. So I can now hit him full screen like that with shock. And I don't know that I really wanted to fight Eustachio here. This was maybe a bad choice. If we Sticky Flame him, it's probably okay. Yeah, okay. Because he summons a whole bunch of monsters, but he tends to blink away. So, there we go. So you might nearly kill him, and then he just sort of runs off and casts a whole bunch of summons. But if he's Sticky Flamed, he'll still get hurt even if he blinks. Cool. Alright, that's D5. I haven't tried my flame breath yet. Maybe I should. I don't know, it makes a lot of noise. I'm not really sure when I would want to. Maybe if I... They didn't see me? Maybe if I run out of mana and I really need to kill something. But yeah, I don't know. The extra noise that it makes seems like it's a little bit dangerous. Circ Rage. Not the worst. And I'm thinking, because I'm just full screen zapping stuff now, I kind of don't need the hunting sling. So I'm gonna make my stuff of wizardry be A. Okay. And that gives me pretty much guaranteed sticky flame, which is going to be... Okay, so we just got shafted for 3 floors, and we are surrounded by a whole bunch of scary orcs. So, again, traps. Alright, so we hope we don't die here. So we didn't do anything wrong here, but we're suddenly in a situation where a 6-game win streak is kind of looking very threatened due to something that you cannot play around realistically. Okay, so we're going to read teleport. I can't be here. We're just going to... Well, there was an upstairs. Alright. This is okay. Well, there's a wyvern, so that's not quite as okay as it seemed. Okay. So then eventually ran through the flame. We miscast Sticky Flame. Alright, there we go. And unfortunately, we don't have any way to magic map. So I can't try to map the floor and then try to find stairs up. We know there's one stair there, which, as long as we come at it from the top, is probably okay. There's 3 warriors there, wow. Okay. So, we're just going to take this slowly. We're not going to auto-explore while we're down. We're supposed to be just on D6 at the moment, but we're now on D9. Is that right? I don't even remember. It won't even let me look up floors, as in look upwards. So we found a downstairs. We could go down. I'm going to grab the polymorph in a sec. We may as well eat these fruits. Alright? And this upstairs is just down there. Okay. He shouted. See, there's no point charging at these stairs and pulling up a bunch of orc warriors with me, because I don't know what's up. So I could be walking up the stairs right next to, say, a 2-headed ogre or something like that, and then suddenly I'm sandwiched between an orc warrior and a 2-headed ogre. Looks like... okay. This guy's wearing plate armor, so he has a lot of defenses. There's an alligator too. I'm just gonna shut this door. Okay. Basically, all these monsters are strong enough probably to kill us if they ever get in melee. Wow, that's a whole bunch of dudes. So we can't afford to fight warriors and alligators or crocodiles and everything at the same time. Okay, done waiting. Hopefully those guys have dispersed. Here comes an orc warrior with a halberd. If I do this, I can double zap him, while at the same time I was hitting the other orc that was in front of me. Okay. So I just really like to get up these stairs if I could. There are a lot of orcs here. No. On D9 there could be a whole bunch of really scary things around. As bad as a whole lot of orcs at once are, they're not... Aside from the warriors, these dudes aren't so bad. Okay. They keep just seeing me every time. Alright, here they come. We can zap all these dudes at once. It's not doing very much damage. Well, actually, we almost got... Okay, we got the crocodile. That's pretty good. Level 9, we want to go int again. You feel more experienced. Reactivating... Okay, good. So we got the wizard. Crimson Imp. Okay. It's gonna head... Well, he's immune to fire, but not immune to electricity, so he can be shocked. And if I do Control X, it shows me what's here. There's a Mace of Holy Wrath, but I'd rather... If I'm gonna be meleeing something with Holy Wrath, I'd rather the falchion. It allows me to riposte, which gives me extra damage for someone who's not actually good with any weapon. We hear the roar of battle. Okay, so there's a killer bee. There's a lot of bees, and they just saw me. Okay, so we want to get in a hallway, and we want to drink the lignification. So that gives us extra HP. It makes us, resistant to poison. That's what it's called. Okay, we're just gonna zap these guys. And a bunch more monsters coming. Alright, looks like we got that job done. Hungry Ghost. I don't know if that will walk on Conjure Flame. No, it won't. Okay. Whoops. I let it expire. Okay, so we're going to put on the falchion of Holy Wrath. And every time they hit you, you go hungry. Got it. Okay. If I have a look, Shock is already at full spell power, so I'm going to turn off Air Magic here at 3. Alright. If we see... Oh god. Okay, you didn't wake up. If we see the portal going into the Bailey, we might stick our head in and have a look, but really we'd rather just get upstairs rather than worrying about any of this stuff. So all the downstairs are all in that one area. In which case I'm just going to rest. It's not worth trying to explore just to find the Bailey. Okay, and we can zap all these guys. Or some of them. Don't think we can get... No. Right. A lot of nulls. That's just also a regular shield, which we already have one of. So I'm not going to pick that one up. Ice Beast. We'll just ignore him as well. This is making me a bit nervous because I'm starting to walk back towards Joseph again. I don't think I could fight him. I'm pretty sure Joseph would kill me or come very close at this stage. My usual strategy of putting down a Conjure Flame and then hitting him from range won't work because he has a sling and his slings hurt a lot. We're walking back towards Joseph this way too. I think the other way was better. So this shaft is making us miss the Bailey as well, which again really sucks because it's not really my fault. I'm just gonna stop fighting him at range and let him come to me. There we go. Also, for whom it offered me knowledge of Searing Ray, which is not something that I'm gonna bother with. It's a level 2 conjuration spell, which is fine in the early dungeon if you're a conjurer, but by now it's kind of outclassed by the other spells that we've already learnt. Don't wake up, Joseph, please. Well, there's the portal in, and there's Prince Rivet. It's not really an enemy that we want to fight. We also don't really want to get trapped next to him. If we could manage to get a sticky flame on him. I think he teleported away. Yeah, at low health, he'll teleport. All right, well, let's stick our head in and have a look. Okay, so this is the one where they throw tomahawks of returning at you, which is, as far as portals go for us, not a bad one because we can just hit them from range. We don't really care about them being off on the sides. The question is whether once we get to the actual orcs at the end here, if there's some really scary ones. Alright, so we've got a demon spawn ghost, an orc warrior, some scary goblins. I probably should have fireball right now. Yeah, I have a 4% chance of failing it, so I should have learnt that. Have they noticed me? I'm not sure. I think I can shut the door. Okay, let's learn fireball. It goes to C. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to put fireball on Z, maybe? So ZZ is now my fireball key. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Wow, okay, well there's an Orc Knight. We're not killing that unless we... He'll probably walk in the fire. Like, I doubt he'll be... Although he can't really. Because the other dude's in front of him. Seems to be working. Kind of. What's the ghost though? We should not die to this. Can hit for 14. It's just a demon spawn gladiator. I don't know, I don't think this is happening. Yeah, it's not. Maybe we could enslave him. I should have tried that already, actually. See, the Orc Knight is only a 28% chance, and it's empty. Yep, so we're just leaving, which is a shame. You can see, so we kind of nearly had enough damage to kill the Orc Knight here. So you can see if I'd done 3 extra dungeon floors when I was supposed to be here, it would have been fine. Oh well, traps. Gotta love them. And I'm not going to use Fireball out here because it's going to make a lot of noise, which is not something I want when I'm not supposed to be on this floor, as in when I'm out of depth. I don't want Joseph, for instance, to come. Okay, shaft down. If you've seen a shaft, you can probably walk over it, but there's a chance that you can still get shafted, so that'd be fun if we got shafted another 3 floors. Okay, that ring we can't try because there's no more remove curse for the moment. Where are these? Okay, there's one. Mencure. He is vulnerable to fire, and he's someone who needs to die ASAP because he has torment. So I can try fireballing him. Okay, well we just got him in 1. Okay, making the extra noise there isn't such a big deal because if something bad comes, I can go straight back down the stairs. Alright, well I think we're back up. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're back on D6. Well, that was fun. Even if we had this wand of lightning that we just found in the Bailey, that would have been enough to do it. Because that Orc Knight was so close to dying. Book of Debilitation. This has nothing too exciting in it. No. There's a remove curse. So let's check out this ring. Protection from fire. I think I'd rather just have the int on. And if I see an enemy that does fire damage, then I can switch to the ring. Switching between rings is a fast action in terms of game time. So there's nothing wrong with having various resistances on your rings but not actually wearing them until you see that you actually need it. I can't sticky flame him. It doesn't work on ghosts. Okay, immolation. Immolation might have worked actually. That would have been one way. I wish I had thought of that. Yes, if I'd immolated, when we then fireballed the orcs behind the Orc Knight, they would have blown up, and that would have also done it. Oh well. You should remember, immolation is a very powerful tool. Let's do our last potion. Potion of magic. Okay, that would have also done it. I should stop thinking about this. All these different things we're finding now that could have let me finish the Bailey. Oh well, it's gone. It's not coming back. Let's read that. Recharging. I want to do my Wand of Enslavement. And then when I find an ID, I'll ID it. Reach level 10. Ooh, that's a lot of wargs. Also my strategy of making him walk through the fire didn't work. Ah, I also could have breathed lightning. Yeah, man. So many potential plays that didn't occur to me at the time. I don't think I've actually used breathe lightning yet on an enemy. Where did they go? The fire is making steam over the deep water, which is why they keep... Oh, there's two. Let's fireball. Which is where... Ooh, so many wargs. You didn't see me though. Let's read this. Enchant armor. I guess we'll put it on our boots. So it's another AC. And we have remove... Oh no. We do have remove curse, but I didn't pick that ring up. It was sitting over here somewhere. I'm gonna put down... I'm probably better off just zapping everyone. Yeah, there we go. These guys over the deep water can't do anything to us. It's a little bit mean. So there's an Orc Knight. That one we just had the damage just to straight up fireball to death. Even just that little bit extra experience gave us the power to get him. An Orc Knight on D7 is pretty crazy. I mean, it's part of this Orc Fortress, but still. I hope there's not a Warlord or something like that. Okay. Enchanted Battle Axe. That's what you like seeing when you're speedrunning, a real-time speedrunning attempt. And you see a what are they? A white with an enchanted battle axe. Yeah, well there's a warlord. He has a great mace. I don't think we're killing this guy. I think if I put fire down, he'll just walk through it. Let's see. Yeah, he will. He doesn't care. Yeah, okay, he really just doesn't care. Whoa, this orc has... We have Aralek, thankfully. But that dude has a lightning wand. It's nuts. Mephitic Cloud. Interesting. It's a decent way to confuse things. I feel like I'd rather just blow things up at this point. We have a 1% failure chance on it, so it's free in that sense. But yeah, I mean we're confusing things that I'd rather just try to explode. Right, into the random energy to me. Okay, looks like we got away. Random energy is where monsters don't move at exactly, say, a 10 speed monster normally moves at 1 move per turn. But random energy is something that's been put in to make them monsters move slightly more or slightly less every turn. It means that, for instance, you can't forever just circle pillars to heal indefinitely, or you can't say close a door and a monster opens it and you just open and shut the door forever to heal. If you try to do those things, random energy will eventually let the monster open the door and step through it. So it's a good thing, but it can screw you over where a dangerous monster like that is able to close a gap to you because of the random energy. That's okay. If a monster random energy is one way, it means they're close to going back the other way. So if something catches you like that, you can walk it around and it should, unless you get really unlucky, it should fall behind soon. Give you a space again. Okay. Wow, we double zapped in one go. That's nice. Let's do our Wand of Enslavement. And then we'll check out these rings that I'm carrying around. -3 Dex and Ring of Stealth. Okay, we don't really want either of those. The Ring of Stealth isn't bad, but I'd rather just have the extra int. We're making enough noise as it is, so we're not really relying on being stealthy. This isn't our Joseph floor, is it? Or is it? I feel like it might be. No, he's on... No, he is. This is our Joseph floor. Well, we could probably fireball him to death now. So it's not too scary. Okay. That's a Falchion of Protection. Protection weapons don't work like they used to, insofar as you got a bonus just by carrying them around. But this isn't bad to have. You can see at the moment, even without wizardry, all our spells are at 1% failure. Maybe I could learn Throw Icicle. That's a decent spell. It's good for a relatively high level of single target damage. No, we're probably okay. With Fireball and Sticky Flame, we've kind of got that covered. So the way that protection works, if you look now, I've got 10 AC. If you then hit something, you get a bonus 7. So it's not a bad weapon to have on you if you're not a melee, like not an actual swords user, because you'd probably rather have something with extra damage rather than extra AC. I should be zip-zapping the whole line. It's a lot of orcs in there. That was a beer altar. Of course, the other bonus of having a long blade is just being able to riposte things. I think that bee is going to be alone, because I'm guessing that was part of the pack that we saw before. So I don't mind fighting it. Might not be, because here's another bee. Sticky Flame's very good against it, against bees, because they can't dodge it. These are pretty fragile, except that they have a high EV. Fireball is the same, in that it can't be dodged either. There it goes. And our fire magic's getting pretty high. If we have a look, we can still get quite a bit more spell power out of our fireball. But I'm thinking I might stop focusing fire magic, and I'm going to turn dodging on. And we haven't seen a buckler, I don't think. No bucklers, only a shield. Well, there's Joseph. Alright, let's try fireballing him. I stepped back to the corner in case he hits me with a sling and it really hurts. I can then step out of vision. That did really hurt, but I think we can out damage him. Yep. His sling is just plain, but he, just hits like a crazy person with it. And I'm going to drop my book of flames. Not that it matters, I'm not running out of spell slots at the moment, but still, I have no use for it. Dream Sheep. I think this vault often has a Hydra in it as well. So I don't want to get slept by a Dream Sheep and then hit by Hydra. That sounds like a good way to die. I'm gonna yell to try to bring Tim come. There we go. So is there a Hydra in here? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, there. It's gonna catch me too. I can't help that. It goes faster over water. So what I can do here is sticky flame it and then just walk away. And again, it's only two-headed, so letting it have 1 or 2 attacks on me as I sticky flame it is okay. The real danger is if you got slept by the Dream Sheep and then it managed to get its attacks on you. Looks like we survived that one though. Sap the whole line. Ooh. He offered me knowledge of Spellforged Servitor. That's an interesting spell. Let's have a look at it. We'd have to train for it. We need summoning. So what it does is it summons a, what does it call it? Construct, I think. It just says a durable shell forged from the caster's own magic. But what it does is it makes sort of like a robot companion who can then use your destructive spells. I wonder if it shows you the list. No, it doesn't here. We could ask Beam. Okay. No. Alright. Well, it's been 43 minutes. So I'm going to stop this one here. I'm going to go look up the spell list for Spellforged Servitor, and then I'm going to think about whether or not I want it. So see you everyone. Hopefully you'll be around for the next one.